What's going on, Neon Nation, and welcome back to the Neon Arcade. Today we're diving into some exciting new details from Riot, which came from their 10-year League anniversary livestream on October 15th. In this stream, Riot unveiled their new tactical shooter codenamed Project A for the first time, so today we're going to be going over some of the details, released, and analyzing the frames of the gameplay they've showed so far. Project A is in super early development, and Riot mentions that they will be keeping a low profile until 2020, but regardless, this looks like a big step for the devs of arguably the biggest eSport title in the world. This is also developed by a whole new team within Riot Games and is not in the League of Legends universe. Riot has also promised that they will be nurturing this game with a crew of veteran developers in a similar way to League for years and years to come, that famed peeker's advantage from games like CSGO due to latency will be eradicated, and that anti-cheat and netcode are high on the priority list. Now, as we're probably all aware, FPS games have really shifted from traditional high-speed deathmatch games like Halo, Call of Duty, and Quake to games with more unique ability-oriented characters mixed in with the old formula of raw aim and movement to help the genre avoid stagnancy. Even these old school shooters have adopted these new abilities, albeit to varying levels of success. Project A, however, seems like it plays more like CSGO in the actual gunplay, with character-based abilities that are similar to the likes of Overwatch or Team Fortress 2. In our first clip, we see gameplay that's highly reminiscent of the pinpoint precision in Counter-Strike, as player Volcano uses their assault rifle to flick onto oncoming targets. There is a medal for what looks like a double kill, and a visual indication to if the most recent kill was a headshot or not. In the top right, we have the kill feed with the characters, and you have to say these look very similar to Paladins or League of Legends characters in the art style and facial design. The map itself in layout looks like a Counter-Strike map, but with the aesthetic of Team Fortress 2, or more specifically Hanamura from Overwatch. This map also has points of interest labeled alphabetically. Riot does mention that the game is set on a near future Earth, which seems to be a very popular time period for modern games. The player coasts more to the right and gets another headshot by aiming down the sights of the assault rifle, and we see a new character in the kill feed. Again, the quick drop of the bodies and the death animations are highly reminiscent of Counter-Strike. Now, lore in free-to-play multiplayer games are pretty big these days, as it helps the player get immersed in the story of the game without having a fully fleshed out robust single-player campaign. This is really smart because it leaves the player with an air of mystery surrounding the backstories of the characters featured in the game and makes them want to learn more, theorize, and extrapolate. This also means players stick around for new lore info, content drops, or the ever-popular origin story trailers we're seeing a lot in Apex and Overwatch, and judging by the characters in Project A and the meteor graffiti, in-depth lore will likely play a role in the game. As we scroll past some of the cast, we can ID most of these characters from either the kill feed or from their abilities. On the far left, we have this character who's likely this girl in the kill feed, and this character who gets popped by this shotgun as she peeks around the corner. This specific character really looks like Ying from Paladins, and as you'll see later, she even has some healing abilities. Next to her, we have this floating assassin Genji/Miko type character with the throwing stars. Some of these abilities seem to indicate that their ultimates are supers, in a similar vein to Destiny, League, and Overwatch, but it does look like you still need to be precise with these. Next, we have this Androxus/Maldamba/Sniper/Spy/McCree lookalike. You can see him a little bit more closely in this screen cap. Now, the last one on the far right looks like the concept art from the beginning, reminiscent of Crypto from Apex Legends. Moving on, we have our first look at the shotgun, which seems to have some fairly tight spread based on this distance, and Project A's equivalent to a smoke grenade in Counter-Strike. Throwing grenades or abilities show the arc radius, and when it impacts the ground, the visual effect is almost like a watery Maywall. It's unclear if this ability is unique to this character, but you can walk through these, which makes them more akin to a smoke than an actual Maywall. We also have these deployable devices, which produces a giant wall of water, similar to the last ability, but cordoning off more of the map for more horizontal line of sight denial. A blurb of text underneath shows us that we have low fuel, meaning that maybe these walls have timings attributed to some sort of fuel gauge or depletion system. Also, the game type shown here seems to be round based, as after every team wipe, there is a team eliminated and victory screen. In the next clip, we have this Ying lookalike character get a crispy headshot with a single shot DMR, as well as create a wall. This is much more similar to a Maywall than the prior ability we looked at on the previous character, and even forms a sheet of ice. We can also see that this character can resurrect fallen teammates similarly to Mercy's res, as you can see on the kill feed itself. I've said it a million times already, but I'm going to say it again, there is a very heavy inspiration from Overwatch and Team Fortress 2. In the next clip, we see an assault rifle, a whirlwind or gust type smoke, and a small dash to the left for a headshot kill. This is the swift assassin archetype who proceeds to levitate in the air with their throwing knives for what looks like an ultimate skill shot. Since there is multiple knives in this animation, you might be able to spam this ability a bit similarly to Hanzo's Storm Arrow. We also get to see a high caliber sniper take aim and get a kill, and a quick ability swap to block line of sight of an additional enemy, and the levitating throwing knife skill shot for the finisher. There are some additional interesting details in the dev screen captures, like some of the knives and even a training room to practice your shot. Again, when it comes to learning more about this game, Riot is going to go dark until 2020 with this one, but I will be following it very closely, so if you like this video, make sure you're subbed. My channel is mainly focused on Cyberpunk 2077, so if you are new here, there are a ton of videos to browse if that's something that interests you. As always, thanks for watching, and for more content like this, join Neon Nation by subscribing to the Neon Arcade.